Everyone is so supportive and so excited about what is happening with the Fever.
That particular Final Four, because of the players that we had and the season that we were having, and it got upended, and I never got a chance to play. I mean, I never got a chance to coach the freshies anymore, and I just thought that.
Something strange is happening in the WNBA right now, and if you've been watching closely, you've probably felt it too. There's a tension, a pattern, something that doesn't quite add up. Because when it comes to Caitlin Clark, it feels like the league's biggest star is also the most targeted. And the real question is, why?
I think if my younger self saw the place I'm at right now, would be pretty amazed. You know, I don't think this is ever something you can fully dream and comprehend. When I was a young girl, I wrote down that I wanted a basketball scholarship. I want to be in the WNBA. But being where I am now, I would tell my younger self is like, you know, you worked hard for this moment, you earned this moment, it was never given to you. And I think that's the same advice I would give to young girls too, is just, you know, dream big. Don't let anybody tell you you can't, but you got to go out there and earn it.
And the physical mastery of Caitlin Clark.
Like, first of all, black people can't be racist.
I want to clear up any misconceptions in regards to how people view you and your opinions.
I think Caitlin Clark is an incredible player. But I also think Angel Reese is an incredible player.
One, because you deserve it.
Thank you.
As a black woman, to watch you walk in your truth, regardless of what everybody says, how they feel.
Thoughts on Caitlin Clark saying she wants to use her platform to elevate black women in the WNBA have been instrumental, obviously, in building that league to what it is. Okay.
When Caitlin Clark entered the WNBA, this wasn't a normal rookie moment. This was a takeover. We're talking sold-out arenas in cities that hadn't seen that energy in years. We're talking record-breaking TV numbers. We're talking about a player who brought millions of new eyes to the game, overnight. And it wasn't just hype, it was real impact. Ticket prices went up, viewership exploded, social media engagement through the roof. She didn't just join the league, she changed the business of the league. But here's where things warm. It felt like the spotlight came with resistance. And if you don't believe it, just look at how the conversation around her started changing.
Ask me the hard-hitting questions.
This week on 60 Minutes, we reported on the WNBA, and we interviewed Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark shot from just inside midcourt, the logo three.
When you're shooting from 35 feet out, how different is that from just your run-of-the-mill jumper on the wing?
I like it better. Is that crazy?
Why's that?
I don't know. I think it's just something I'm used to. A lot of people would say just like catch and shoot. Like I like shooting off the dribble better, which I'm pretty sure if you asked like 10 people, I would probably be the only one to ever say that.
That energy you just saw, that's what she brought to the league. So the real question becomes, why does it feel like that same energy isn't always matched inside the game? Because once the game started, the tone felt different. Game after game, you started noticing something. Hard fouls, extra contact, moments that felt just a little too aggressive. Now don't get it wrong, this is professional basketball. Physicality is part of the game. But this felt personal. And fans started picking up on it fast, especially when matchups got heated, like against Angel Reese, where every possession felt like more than just basketball. It felt like a statement, a rivalry, or maybe something deeper. Because when you're the face of the league this early, you don't just get attention, you become the target. Every defender wants to prove something, every matchup becomes personal, and every mistake, it gets amplified.
After the game, finishing the way she started this season, LSU has been a confident group throughout, and Angel Reese.
Caitlin Clark made WNBA basketball viable. And while there are great players before her, and we could argue there are better players than her in the league, like AJ Wilson, like maybe Paige Buckets, and maybe others that you name that I don't even know, Caitlin Clark changed the entire dynamic of a sport and an ecosystem of sports that made the WNBA both relevant and worth investing in. This is a sport that's lost hundreds of millions of dollars, that had no audience whatsoever, either on TV or even in the arenas that these talented women played in. And then without trying, along comes Caitlin Clark, and overnight,
moments like that, that's what people are reacting to. And that's where the conversation starts shifting from competition to something else entirely. Because when you actually look at the numbers, Caitlin Clark is producing. She's scoring. She's facilitating. She's impacting the game at a high level. But the narrative? That's where things get complicated. Because when she struggles, it becomes the headline. When she turns the ball over, it becomes the story. But when other players have similar nights, it doesn't carry the same weight. And that's where fans start asking, is this fair? Or is this the pressure of being the biggest name in the sport? Because being the face of a league comes with a different standard. Higher expectations, more criticism, less margin for error.
I got a technical for basically being mad at myself because I missed the three and then I went and hit the backboard, and he told me it was disrespectful to the game of basketball. So I don't know, it reminded me of the technical that I got in college where I said damn it, where it's like a personal frustration. Had nothing to do with my team, had nothing to do with their reffing, had nothing to do with other team. It was just because I'm a competitor and I felt like I should have been making more shots. So
And debates like that, they shape how people see her game. Not just what she does on the court, but how every moment is interpreted. Because the media doesn't just report the story, they build the narrative. And right now, that narrative feels split. On one side, you have people calling her generational. On the other, you have constant criticism, doubt, and pressure. And when those two things collide, it creates something powerful, but also something dangerous. Because now, every game becomes more than a game. Every performance becomes a statement. And every moment gets judged by millions of people watching. That's not normal rookie pressure. That's superstar pressure. From day one. And when the conversation looks like that, it's no longer just about basketball. It's about perception. It's about narrative. It's about control of the story.
I thought Caitlin's playmaking ability, really kind of got us going, got into a nice rhythm in that second quarter, and scored a lot of points.
So now we come back to the real question. What is actually happening here? Is this just what happens when a superstar enters a league? Or is Caitlin Clark dealing with something different? Because one thing is undeniable. She changed the WNBA the moment she arrived. And change doesn't always get welcomed easily. Sometimes it creates excitement, and sometimes it creates resistance. So now I want to hear from you. Is this just competition at the highest level? Or does it feel like something more? Drop your opinion in the comments below. And if you want real stories like this, not just highlights, subscribe to WNBA Shorts, because we break down what's really happening inside the game.